Hey, welcome to the rulebook. I'm your host, and today we're learning how to play the base game of Splendor Duel. You're the master of a guild of jewelers in the Renaissance, crafting adornments for monarchs to grow your prestige and fortune. And you've got one ambitious rival sitting right across from you. 2 players, about 30 minutes, and unlike the original Splendor, this one is a 2-player only. It's a duel start to finish. The loop is beautifully simple. You take gem tokens from a shared board, you spend those gems to buy jewel cards, and those cards give you 2 things: points and permanent discounts that makes your next cards cheaper. Build the engine, snowball, win. But Splendor Duel adds new ways to win and a lot more player interaction. You're not just building your own tableau in a bubble, you're taking tokens your opponent wanted, snatching royal cards, and racing them to the finish. There are 3 different ways to win, and part of the game is hiding which one you're going for. Let's set it up. Quick tour of what's in the box. 67 jewel cards, split into 3 levels. Level 1 is the cheapest and weakest. Level 3, the most expensive and most powerful. 25 tokens, 4 each in the 5 gem colors: blue, white, green, black, and red. Then the 2 pearls and 3 gold. Gold is your wild card. It can stand in for any gem or pearl when you buy a card. But there's exactly one way to get gold, and we'll get to that later. A 5x5 board where the tokens live, 3 privilege scrolls, 4 royal cards, and 1 victory tile that just reminds you how to win. Setup is fast. Follow the on-screen checklist. Shuffle the 3 card decks separately, by level, and stack them in a column, level 1 on the bottom, level 3 on top. Now build the card pyramid below the victory tile. Reveal 3 level 3 cards on top, 4 level 2 cards in the middle, and 5 level 1 cards at the bottom. Put the board under the pyramid, drop all 25 tokens in the bag, mix them, then place them on the board one at a time, starting in the center space and spiraling outwards along the printed path until the board is full. Remember that spiral. You use it every time the board refills. Put the 3 privilege scrolls above the board, put the 4 royal cards below it. Choose a first player at random, and here's the first taste of the balancing. Because that player goes first, their opponent gets a consolation prize, 1 extra privilege scroll, placed in front of them. Let's play. Every turn has the same shape. First, you may take some optional actions. Then you must take exactly 1 mandatory action. Optional stuff first, then your 1 big move. Let's do the optional actions. There are 2 of them. Those little privilege scrolls, they're favors you can cash in. Return 1 to the board and take any single gem or pearl token from the board. Your choice. You can spend more than 1 at a time. 2 privileges, 2 tokens. The only limit here is you can never use a privilege to grab a gold token. The second optional action, refill the board. Take all the tokens sitting off the board, the ones in the bag, and place them back on the empty spaces, spiraling out to the center just like setup. But there's a cost. When you replenish, your opponent takes a privilege. So refilling helps you, but it hands your rival a favor. Time it carefully. And you can't do it at all if the bag is empty. Quick note on privileges in general. The game only has 3. If you ever have to take 1 and there are none above the board, you snatch 1 from your opponent instead. And if you somehow already hold all 3, nothing happens. You can't stockpile more than 3. Now the main event. Every turn, you must do exactly one of these 3 things. Let's go through all 3. Take up to 3 tokens from the board, but they have to be in a straight line, a row, a column, or a diagonal, and they must be next to each other with no gaps. The line can't be interrupted. If there's an empty space in the middle or a gold token sitting in the way, that breaks a line. You can't take through it. You can take fewer if you want, 2, or even just 1, and you can never grab gold this way. Now here's the interaction. If you take 3 tokens of the exact same color, or if you take 2 pearls, your opponent gets a privilege. And keep in mind, there are only 2 pearls in the whole game. So if you ever get the chance to grab both of them at once, you've got a real decision to make. Is scooping up those pearls worth handing your opponent a free scroll? This is the only way to get gold, your wild card. Take 1 gold token from the board, then reserve a card. There are 2 ways to do that. Either take up a face-up card straight out of the pyramid, any level, or Draw the top card of any of the 3 decks sight unseen. Your reserve cards stay secret, face down in front of you or in your hand. You can peek at them at any time. You can hold up to 3 reserve cards, no more. If you reserve the face-up card from the pyramid, slide a new one down from that deck to fill the gap. There's 2 catches to this. You can't do this action if there's no gold left on the board, or if you already have 3 cards reserved. And reserve cards do nothing until you actually buy them, but there's no penalty for holding them at the end either. This is how you actually score. Buy a card either from the pyramid or from your reserve by paying its cost, shown in the bottom left corner in matching tokens. Once you own it, it gives you its bonuses, shown top right. And bonuses are the magic of Splendor. Each one is a permanent discount on every feature card you buy. Say you buy a card with a green bonus. From now on, every card you buy costs 1 less green token. Buy more green cards and your green discount stacks. Some cards even have 2 bonuses, a 2 token discount at once. And this is the snowball. Your first cards are painful to buy, but by the end game, you're buying powerhouse cards for almost nothing. But a few rules on paying. Gold is wild, it covers any gem or pearl you're missing. Spend tokens all go back in the bag. Discounts can take a card's cost down to 0, but never below. You don't earn tokens for over discounting. And there are no pearl bonuses, so pearls you always have to pay with actual tokens or gold. Buy a card from the pyramid, and just like reserving, slide a new one down to replace it. Oh, and one special case, if you ever find yourself unable to do any of the 3 mandatory actions, you're forced to replenish the board first, which, remember, hands your opponent a scroll. And then you take your action. Some cards do more than give points and discounts. The moment you buy them, they trigger an ability. There are 5 of them, so let's go through each one. Take another turn. Buy this card and immediately go again. Back-to-back turns. Wildcard bonus. This card has to be placed overlapping a card you already own that has a bonus, and it copies that bonus's color. If you don't own any card with a bonus, you're not allowed to buy this one. Take a matching token. Grab 1 token from the board in this card's color. None left? Then you just gotta skip it. Take a privilege. Claim one of those favor scrolls. None on the board? Take one from your opponent. Steal a token. Take 1 gem or pearl straight from your opponent. Not gold, and if they've got nothing to take, then you gotta skip it. See these crown symbols on some cards? They're a second currency, and a second path to victory. The moment you own your 3rd crown, you claim one of the 4 royal cards and resolve its ability right away. Hit your 6th crown, and you grab a 2nd royal card. Taking a royal card isn't an action. It's a free reward for hitting those crown milestones. They hand out prestige points and privileges, and just as importantly, you're denying them to your opponent. Only 4 exist in the base game. After your mandatory action, one bit of housekeeping, count all your tokens, gems, pearls, and gold together. If you've got more than 10, discard down to 10, your choice which. You're allowed to go over 10 mid-turn, you just can't end there. Then check if you've won. If not, hand it over to your rival. Here's what makes Splendor Duel click. There isn't just one finish line. There are 3, and the game ends the instant you cross any of them at any end of your turn. 1. Reach 20 or more prestige points. The classic Splendor race. Points come from your cards and royals. 2. Reach 10 or more crowns. The Crown Rush. Lean into the cards with crowns, and you can win without most points. And number 3, get 10 or more prestige points on cards of a single color. The Specialist. Stack 1 color deep, and you win off of that alone. And this is the mind game. Your opponents can see your cards so they can guess which finish line you're sprinting toward, and then try to block it. The best players threaten 2 at once, so there's no good way to stop them. First to complete any one of these conditions wins. And that's all the rules for this tight little 2-player game, Splendor Duel. It's simple yet competitive. It also happens to be my wife's favorite game. The 3 win conditions turn every game into a bluffing match. It's tighter, meaner, and to many, more interesting than the original Splendor. And once you played a while, if you're having a blast but want a little bit more, there's a brand new expansion called the Counterfeiters. I'll have a video on it soon, so subscribe if that sounds up your alley. Thanks for watching, and that's in the rulebook.